Welcome back to the show, everybody. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 8, Episode number 9, Non-Compete Clause. Now, the thing was is that when I got ready to watch the episode, I was kind of like, I know what this episode is going to do, and I was prepared with a nice little statement, but the show did a couple of things. Number one, it completely flipped a little bit of what I thought the episode was going to do, but then did the thing I knew it was going to do, but then did it in a way that even I could come with some smart shit and explain it. So, explanation? Okay, I got you. See, I honestly, legitimately thought this was one of those episodes, what I like to call a friendship reminder episode of, that competition isn't a bad thing, but too much of it is detrimental. That I really thought that the episode was kind of going this way of using this to remind Applejack and Rainbow Dash that about competition and things like that, and trying to use the School Six as sort of a point of getting them to ultimately understand how to work together in that. Only half of that was right. Applejack and Rainbow Dash at the end of the episode were still at each other. Still always gonna have that competitive streak because again, competition is healthy. It's just that when you get into it the wrong way, that's when it can have detrimental effects. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought the show was going for, and it was to a degree. But the thing that the show did that I thought I was gonna get a chance to really get into, which I kind of can, but I'm glad the show got around to it, is about today's magic word, kids: organic learning. The best way an entity learns, in a lot of cases, is watching someone do the shit the wrong way. And this is what this episode was. The School Six got an opportunity to watch two people so in competition with each other to show you how teamwork don't make the dream work, but teamwork indeed just make the dream work. Because ultimately, at the end of the episode, they got it. They were able to save Applejack and Rainbow Dash from the situation they got themselves in because they went to 10. Twilight came in, they made them go down to a 1, and they just did this for the rest of the episode. And then it's like, it was kind of the point in the episode where Yuna was like, Yak lead, I'm gonna bust a hole through something because y'all doing too much. And they were slowly getting on the rest of the School Six's nerves, and it was in that, when I saw like what the episode was really going for. Because even though, like I said, a friendship reminder episode, and these episodes have been cropping up the past couple of seasons of just reminders of stuff you've already learned. But in this, we understand that even in the friendship reminder episode, we also have to remember we have 6 new characters who are getting familiar with these friendship lessons, and that was something that even I kind of forgot. And it's like, it is kind of hard. I'm not sitting up here saying like these are forgettable characters or you forget them or anything, but it's just that I've been watching this show for 8 seasons. You've done all the friendship lessons. You've overcome all the trials and all of this. I've seen this before. So sometimes it's hard for me to remember, especially when I come to things like this, to remember there are 6 new characters who are learning these things. Just as the main 6 did as they got together and coalesced into the group that we know and love. So it's in that, and understanding that's important is, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just to remind you about the magic word today, organic learning. Some of the best life lessons I've ever learned have been through organic learning. I know how to properly run a business and treat my employees because I worked with someone who was a shitty boss and a shitty businessman. So in this, I learned what not to do. And sometimes that's the best thing you can learn. Sometimes learning what to do may not be the best thing. Sometimes what learning what not to do can be more helpful and more impactful to you than, again, like I say, learning the right exact thing to do. And I think this episode really brought that home of just saying like, nah, I don't want nothing to do that. But if we sit up here and we cooperate and take what we've already learned and mix it into this new lesson, and then the School Six got it together, and especially at the end, because it was like I was hoping that the show was gonna try to let the moral off the hook so that I could come in and sit up here and go and get on some next level. But the show was like, well, we learned through them that nah, we don't run it like that, but we run it like this. And it's like, I'm glad, when I really think about it, that we have the School Six to bounce this stuff that we've learned from years off of, so that not only is it familiar and some fresh to others, but it's fresh to these characters that are going to help these characters learn and grow and be better entities for the friendship lessons that they're learning. Wheel of morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. Moral number 3. Learn how to do things the wrong way so you know how to do them the right way. Thank you, Wheel of morality. That's an episode. That's an episode. It was a lot of laughs. It was a lot of fun, especially you got Rainbow Dash and Applejack. They sit up here like, yeah, we're not gonna compete against each other. Fingers crossed. I'm just sitting up here like, yo, it's like I appreciate that that the School 6 that they a diverse bunch. You know what I'm saying? They bring something to the table that not a lot of characters in the show really that organically bring together, and it's really gonna be a cool thing to really see them shine either in this season finale or the next one, because again, like I said, this is the same show, let me remind you and let me put this out there, that gave Starlight Glimmer and Trixie and Discord legit shine. You hear me? Legit shine. Like legit shine to sit up here and be we've learned. And it's like, and I really think the School 6 are going to get their chance to shine too. So it'll be interesting to see like all these lessons really come together for them when it's time for them to set up and say the day. But yo, that's an episode. And because I'm backed up and got episodes coming out the wazoo, there are going to be more of these as we catch up. So how about that? So this is what we going to do. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back here with more show. So I expect to see you back here when there's more show. See you on the other side of these commercial messages.